Hey everybody, Timo here, Basin Natural Capital. It's a little late, getting a little later start than I wanted to, but no big deal. Hope you're doing well. We're going to do some vibe coding for nature and biodiversity. So sit back and I have a couple ideas of what I'm going to work on. Basically revamping our entire insurance app. I think is what I'm going to do here. So we're gonna do some research. We're gonna do some planning. I've already done a lot of the planning and building and whatnot, but I'm gonna basically be redoing a bunch of it. So with that, let's go ahead and we'll share the screen here. And I'm probably gonna turn my camera off because I'm tired, and we can look at the code instead here. All right, so turn the camera off. All right, cool. So we're in Cursor. I think what we're going to do here is, I think I'm just going to start fresh. So we got insurance agents, and I also have our ELISA repo open here too. So we got insurance agents, which is our ELISA, and I got our insurance app open too. So let's just open a new thing here, and this is where we're going to work. We're going to go. All right, so we're doing a bunch of just research right now. As you can see, this is our ELISA repo, which I just checked for some Postgres stuff, and been just doing some planning here. Like we have all of our, like we can go like npm run just to see what we got going here. Not sure why that's taking so long. Let's see here. So this is, we have the live site too, but this is our actually dev site. I've made a bunch of changes here. Changed the footer, added this certificate exchange, which we need to improve here. Groups, a lot of this stuff is still the same as the live site right now, but I've been working for a few weeks and haven't pushed some of this stuff here. So what we're doing is I'm basically going to replace this search box here, and we're going to move all this stuff to like an about page and make this home page just be a super simple search. And basically, what do you want to ensure? And you type in water, and it basically would show you, search isn't working, yeah, so there you go. It would show you basically accounts, pools, syndicates, certificates, or let's say risk, and it would just show you, and it would actually show the cards. So what we're doing, we're basically replacing, this is a grid, this is the insurance pool grid here, this is a certificate grid, and then we have, these are all the agents, basically, which we've renamed from accounts. I'm not sure what's going on with our font. Dude, it looks like our font got deleted or something. What the frick? We can check that in a minute. But basically, this is the account grid. And then you can go groups. And it shows all the groups. This is the groups grid. Groups are 721. Contracts, agents are 721s themselves. And so we're basically just working on how we display this better or simpler. So if we don't have so many grids, so basically you can just search here, and then what do you want to insure? Insure like climate. So the search is a little slow when it's running locally. But yeah, climate stability, that's an account, or it could be an agent. We also have it searching our docs now too. But so it won't return these line items or these rows. I think what we'll have it do is go have it return like this. I like this return better, like the water. So see, that's like real time. It just filters it. So it searches all certificates. And if you do risk, it just filters everything. So we're probably gonna make a search box like this on the home page and have it return anything that matches. And that's why we were looking at the semantic search over here. We put it here in our notes, like. And so we're gonna have our LLM be able to do it too. So if you wanted to chat with it, or the agents actually, like when we use our API, like elk.basin. I don't know why it runs so slow locally, but so this chat right here, so any agent would be able to use the same vector search, or on our home page, it would have a similar LLM chat that you basically just type in, like, I want to ensure risk, so like you have a chat like that. So that's where we're headed. But we have all these different types, so if you look at like our database here, we have groups, accounts, certificates. I don't have syndicates in here yet. Yes, I do have syndicates. So I actually don't have any data. I've added a syndicates table. We have placeholder data here. So go here. So basically this is like syndicate grid. And so we need to make a unified grid interface, right? That basically it shows all these. That's what we're doing. So we don't have to have multiple grids, multiple types. We basically know if they're ERC 20, ERC 1155, ERC 721. And we don't have to manage all these freaking grids. Like, insurance grid. I typed it in up here, but that's what we're doing. So I'm going to close that for a minute. We're just going to look at this here. still just kind of doing some thinking while we work here and planning. And what I found with Cursor is like up here, it got ahead of me, right? It coded everything, which was awesome, but it also freaking broke the development server. So now I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that. So like I didn't want it to make those changes yet, but it did. So I'm gonna figure out. It's calling this index file somewhere, so I'll have to figure that out in a minute. Not a big deal. But why the fuck did it do a README too? Like, dude. So it totally got ahead, and it like made all these files right here. Like it's just way too much with 11 files. Like shit just gets broken way too fast. So what I found is if you just keep it focused, it's less correcting, less like revising, less like redoing. And if you tell it more what you want, so like right here, you just freaking tell it, you call it out. Like, you don't have to spell everything right, but like, you know, we're getting ahead of ourselves, and it kind of says, oh, okay, right? And so here I tried to think this out, like pretty good, right, to tell it. So let's see what it says. You're right. You should carefully consider directory structure. Let me read this real quick. Yeah, so you got my gist there. Yep, cards by the represent business approach. Intuitive, yeah, because I mean that's how I'm handling it right now. If you go up to app, accounts, certificates, exchange, pool, assets is like the generic one here. Yeah, so they're calling it, or it is calling it business entity. Just as a side note too, I've been using Claude 3.5 for everything, so I'm just now using 3.7. I tried this, the thinking agent. I don't really need that right now. I think maybe for planning I could have used for this, but I just want to keep it. I know basically I've already done a lot of research as to what I want to do. So I think 3.7, so far it's working about the same as 3.5. It did get ahead of itself, maybe more than 3.5 did up here, but not a big deal. We'll work through that. Let's just see what it said here. Business structure, TypeScript, type, directory structure. So let's go back here. That's what I wanted. So you kind of actually knew what I want. What I like to do is plan out these folders first for the directory structure, because then I know like intuitively where it goes, especially when you're naming stuff. You know, we have stuff named the same stuff, like certificates. You know, it's like the module, like it has all this stuff, and put it up here in the app. Like we have certificates also. So you got to be careful with naming, right, and where you put stuff. And so logically, I want to know like where stuff is if I'm using it, right? So it actually got my gist pretty quick. So like modules, let me just review this real quick. Basically, that's what we're doing. Just kind of planning out before we start coding, because if you let it code too fast, it just fucking fucks it up. It's like then you spend all this time like troubleshooting and debugging and whatnot. Let's just go here. All right. Yeah. And so I discussed this. Let's see here. Let me see how tired I am here. I discussed this with Claude normal, and then also Claude Cursor a bunch. I've also bounced it GPT, I think 03, GPT 4, and I might even bounce it through Vercel VO, because it's helpful if you run it through these different models. It tells you, right, you pick up on different things, like, oh, they're all saying the same thing, or oh, one is, or maybe I didn't explain it clearly. And what I found is like this, for example, right here, it's kind of fun. I've literally written and typed that or thought through this like hundreds of times. I mean, this is, we've been working on this for years. So like this stuff is like literally like, I have to repeat it, but it's like, I find that when I'm forced to type it out and give it to the LLM, it just gives me better results. And I kind of am heading towards like right here. Let me just double check it. So token standard. Yep. Web 2. So that's interesting. This is very similar to what spit out a few weeks ago, honestly, or a few days ago when I've been working on this. So let me just review this real quick here. I'm going to turn that off for a minute. But that's the general gist of what we're doing here. Like, So I could let it make all these for me, but which is fine. On certain things I do, I just let it run wild and make everything for me. But this, I'm basically not reinventing our entire site, but I'm basically rebuilding our entire format here. So I'm just really thinking through. This is basically V3 of what we've done. How all this is organized and whatnot. not. So I'm trying to just kind of think through as to what the best route is. I don't want to redo the API routes. Those are all working good. I'm gonna have to redo this one because we have this new certificate type. And this might be too many questions for it right here. We'll see. I try not to overload it with too many questions, but it typically helps as long as I'm in one chat, right? It doesn't get too long. It tends to be helpful if you just type in what you want. So let's look at these real quick here. Group, hooks, index, types. And I guess I'm asking, if we really need to put it in components because we're already in the module folder. So I'm just going to see what it says. I think cards would probably need to go in its own thing. Types, I think we could do a types.ts, but we might want to add more types later. So I think types directory is fine. So I'm kind of thinking we move this up here. I think cards, let's see what it says here. And it's missing the property of the natural asset. Let's see what I called it here in our, where did it go? See, we might have to do two approved assets. These are our token addresses. I thought I did a natural capital, or I guess I did a binder, right? We did a, oh, I know we did this binder. Yeah, so natural asset type. See, a lot of these are going to have the same thing, like basically image, name, or like our base card can actually handle a lot of it. Tool card. Let's see, type definition. Let's see what it's doing down here. 4626 Web 2. Group, general search, that's fine. Syndicate, oh, property. So I think we need to call it natural asset. I don't see it up here, right? See, that's what's interesting. Certificate, the tools, certificates. Yeah, see it overlooked it up here, right? I guess I'm not seeing it, but it has it down here in its type definitions. So mapping entity types, group. So I don't know if we really need to do all that stuff right now. We can later. We're just going to do it one at a time. We're actually going to have it look at our API and just get the types. I think that's probably how I'll do it. Two options separate. Okay, let me just chill here for a minute and read this over. So I guess I'm going back on what I just said. Again, I could have it make all these, and it's actually fun to do it. Like have it run wild, but this one I want to get right. I don't want to have to redo it. So I'm going to ask it some questions here about the search bar and filter bar. I'm wondering if we need both. I prefer, I don't know if this is like legit or not, but I prefer to name these single word files lowercase. It just makes more logical sense for me. Like when page is a page, right? Or let's see, operate. So I guess that's some of our old stuff. I need to get rid of that, I think. Neither here nor there, but I like to name it lowercase when it's just one word, because it just makes more intuitive sense for me. So I like what it did here. Sure, so that's where we are. And again, I could have it make it all for me, right? Like I could just say like code it, hit return, but nope, I'm not gonna do that right now. Like I want to control what's happening. But I got grid, I got list. I'm just making placeholders right now, thinking through it. I'm gonna ask it about the view toggle sense. But I wonder if we could just call it view, like we call view toggle view. I think the answer is probably yes, but I'm just kind of thinking through it to see what it says. Yeah, because it's using filters. Like, let's say, I'm going to save that for a minute here. Base card, pool card, property card. I think all makes sense, honestly. Like, and I think the types, it's fine. I moved it up here. Look what I do. I think I had it as a folder for some reason. Let's see, components, new file, types.ts. And so you'll see a lot of the working with cursor is really just thinking it through, honestly, from my opinion. Because once we get rolling, it's pretty quick, honestly. But I'm just thinking through the names here. I like cards. I like cards. It's fine. Like, sure. Folder. Cards. I think. I don't know if we need to then like name for cards. I'm just thinking through it. Word card from each because we make it shorter. So like, I don't know. Let's just see what it says. Like cards. And I need to think through it too. Like base.tss. Like that can be confused with base chain, but I don't think so because it's in the cards directory. Account. Right. We know it's an account. Certificate. That's gonna have a variant. Syndicate. Pool. Yeah, I think we can remove. I think I know what I want to do, but let's just see what it says. And then let's say can we simplify. Hook names also. Let's just see what it says. Yeah, so I think we can. Yeah, I like that group account. So that to me just makes sense because it's in the cards directory, right? Syndicate pool. Yeah. And we'll have to figure out what are the common like base cards. Like they all have a name. They're all gonna have an image. Right. Most of them have an ads or token ID, but we don't really need to do that right now. Like use data, use filters. Yeah, see, I like that better too. So let's do this. Like, use the hooks. Folder hooks. And these filters. I don't know why it's doing that. No, it doesn't. It used to do that. I don't know why it's making it is when it has a file extension. No big deal. Let's delete it. Okay, so like I'm kind of following its logic here, but I'm just kind of like, you know how it makes sense for me, and I can have more control over it. Cards with that in a minute. We got grid, we got list, file, we got view, got TSX. Search. I mean, we could use, you know, we have our other search things that we started with, like where the frick did the search bar go? So I just upgraded cursor too, and there used to be a search bar up here, and now that's gone. It's probably here, I guess, maybe. I don't know where the frick went. I'll have to figure it out. But like search, like we could use some of these other components here, like in our UI, like for me it's in the header. I don't want to mess with these though, like header search, like that's this right here. Like I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to break it right now. So let's just, so I like the idea of having a new search because then our LLM can use that. So I think we're fine. We'll go search. Okay. So looking good here. I'm just going to ask it, explain the filter to me. Explain. Category theory and base. Yeah, see what's interesting is it already knows this. Like I never even told it about the other genes, which we're actually moving away from for now. We're just building everything on base, but like it knows that we have these other chains, so that it has access to all these files, right, in our project. So it already knows. Like cool. Filter categories, groups, logical category, chain type status. Like our chain drop down does a lot of that stuff already, so it's kind of already knows that. Let's see, filter. See, I kind of don't know if I really want this. Yeah. Filter. This is like old, so web 2, like filter categories, different types of filters, checkbox. Yeah, like it's like I don't know if I want this yet. See, that's why I ask. 'Cause I'm kind of like, do we really need that? Like, you know, like. This is what I want. This is where we started with in our other chat. If you go back to the beginning of the recording, keyword string, semantic search, and then we've also looked at it here in our ELIZA, kind of how over there, because these agents, right, are going to use the same search. So I think what we'll probably do is move this embedding format. This uses one database, our agent database, and then we have our other database, which is what we're looking at over here for our front end. So we got back end and we got front end, kind of like agent database is kind of back end, and then we have front end insurance database, which might be overkill. We could maybe combine them, but I'm keeping it that way. So we'll upgrade to V2 in ELIZA. It's just very clear as to where the ELIZA agents are searching and storing memories and whatnot. But I think we'll probably use a similar embedding format. We can use that same npm package, that vector, or PG vector, I think is what it's called. And you find search bar, a single powerful search. Yeah, so exactly. That's exactly what we want to do. Like, show me basically how you will find accounts. See, it's exaggerating this. Like, that's totally exaggerating, but like, that's cool. Find accounts that are agents. Yeah, perfect. Like, that's awesome. Like, that's a hybrid approach. Like, embedding is information approach. Let's just see what it proposed here. I don't think we have to worry about this right now. This would be like, I think what we're going to do is just keep it like this for now, like for the time being, like. So that works pretty well. And then for MVP, and same with like certificates, like certificates, all. So I think we can just do like this. Right? I like that's pretty sweet how it works. Like, and then we can do an NLP later. Like, yes, like a T-model. Snow load. So like that, I was how fast that is. Like it uses like lazy loading, so it's every single certificate, right? But then you can do Command K, you can search the entire site. We actually have we have key or hotkey stuff, so I can hit G. I think, or how did I do it? I can do Command G. I don't remember how I did it, but I had hotkey searches where you just do like Command G, I think. There we go. Or Shift G. What the frick? I don't know. I think I had it where you could do hotkey. I'm not sure where it went, but that was basically this right here. So it like shows binder. Okay. So I think what we can do is just do the filter for now. Filter. See, it's actually telling me the exact same stuff we already discussed. Pinecone, Milvus, distortions. API endpoint. Like that's funny because it's like actually all the stuff we discussed, right? I'm pretty sure we're in the same chat here. Seems very web 2, yeah. That's crazy. So it's like, it's now appears to be sharing chats a little bit, which is cool. So this is kind of the same stuff we like discussed over like, this one right here, app redesign. Yeah, so this is like the same talked about over here. That's our, I think, right? No, we haven't discussed app redesign. And this is where we left off. Show me all certificates. Like, okay, so can wait on that for a minute. This just helps redirect it to back where we're working on. So now we just need a search and not a filter. Okay, components. Let's just see where we are. Grid, list, view, search. See, I like that. Yep. And then we don't need these. We don't need that either anymore. So see, this is why I did like placeholders for this reason. Instead of trying to code all this, having the the agent. So I'm using agent mode here. I guess we could be in ask mode. I haven't tried that yet, which is more of a chat mode. Wait, yeah, they kind of got rid of like. Let's see what they did. Clean. What the frick happened? Clean. This is like an old thing I did here. No, this is the same thing. They got rid of the composer, so I guess they're just calling it chat now. What version are we on? Settings. .46. So with Cursor, I just like let it up to time and I just deal with whatever the changes are, because they normally are pretty intuitive and pretty awesome. Like they changed this in the most recent version. And they changed the files. You saw me messing with that. Like this is new. Like it used to be able to type API. It would show, that folder, the API folder over here. But now it's got to do. Looks like I just figured this out on the fly. You go file and then you do API, and it shows you the folder, which is fine. But that's a new addition. You can still use @ you can still use the file selector, which is cool. Looks like it's a little different though. So I did grid. It used to like let you select these individually. Yeah, so it still does. You drop each one individually, which is cool. There's two different ways to do it. It still has image. We could have used thinking agent to kind of think through this, but like to me that just like gets too far. Like it spins and spins and spins and goes too crazy too fast. Like this is better for what we're doing on this right now. So like grid, list, view, search. Okay. We don't need this one anymore, right? That's why we left it blank, so we delete it. Good deal. All right, and I think we're gonna hold off on this for a minute too. Like we're gonna kind of discuss. We got types. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is have it. I don't need to have it. I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna do cards. I think a base card makes sense. So new file base .tsx. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna say, okay, good. So look at how I have this set up. Chill on cards. Now we are going to discuss. I think I got it right, or kind of how I want it. And it might try and code all the files, but file simplify conventions, okay with the lowercase, cards, base, hooks, types. All right, simplify grid names, grid, yeah, you can see. Yeah, so I just like that better. To me, it's just like nicer. And we could always, like on types, for example, like we can always put that in a file later, or its own folder, and then do an index, and then like, 721 type, ERC20 type. Yeah, let me get a drink of water here. Okay. All right, here. Cool. And you can code a lot faster than this, but what I found, if you take time to like think it through and like make sure you have everything the way you want it, it's just going to be like work better. Like you're not going to have to like redo it. I remember like it went ahead and coded all this stuff, like basically, but like we didn't freaking need like example page, right? Like, so close these out here. So now we need to like work through the types. But you see like what it did when it coded all this stuff earlier, like it got way too far ahead, like filter bar, view toggle, which is cool. Like it did it for me, but I'm trying to control like how it looks and feels based on like they have it like set up. Like I just don't want to have to redo it more again, because it overwrites stuff. Okay. So now to look at our what's in live, is where it is live. See, this is going to change because of our new certificate, but we could like get it working with, I don't know if we're going to want to show accounts in the insurance grid. We probably do, like agents. I think we do, because if someone types in, what do you want to insure, biodiversity, water, whatnot, like why not? It should just show the account that matches, and then we can control it with like better keyword or better phrasing maybe. I'm fine to type it out because it's like name, i.e. name, image, media. See, that's the thing. Some are going to have like videos, like, you know, if we go certificates, all. You know, some are gonna have video types, so we might want to just keep it typed out individually. But like, see, that's, I'm not sure what's gonna go on the base card. Quantity. See, this is fine, like accounts is fine, groups is fine. See, insurance, see, it's gonna well, not really, because the 1155s are still gonna be the same. We're just not using these same contracts anymore. We're gonna do a fresh blank contract, but all of this data is gonna be the same. So that's fine, because we can go like, here, and those are gonna be our new ones there. So that's gonna be the blank one. And if we do it here, we go insurance base, like it's gonna just follow the same model. So that's fine, because we'll just do like, so basically this is the new version of that. And this was the contract, the original contract's name. Yeah, see, we don't need this anymore under the new, because this will have, what we'll do is we'll put the base RC20 optimism. What we'll do is we'll put the new insurance contract there. Okay, so I could like is interesting. This is like a critical juncture here. Like I could scrutinize all this. I'm going to generally review it and see if I can see anything weird real quick. But like this is where it starts to get super fun if it has it right, or if it's directionally correct. So it looked at all of our API stuff, right? Accounts API, accounts database queries, accounts queries. Probably needs to look at more of like the API of like the other. So it's got the query. So if it has the query, it knows the route. It knows what the route's doing. List of directory. What's that? Oh, it's looking at our other types. Oh, that's interesting. That's our old types, which we might need to, like, we kind of need to get away from that. It's like the old, it's like V1 types that we like imported over. That's fine. Let's see. Based on detail structure. And it's proposing a new type, so see, you know, I knew this too, which is cool. Like, let's do V. See, I can actually just look at it over here too. It's the same stuff. It coded it for me. Group 721 contract. Yep. See, all the stuff we discussed here too. Like, so account, ERC set up a token. General sort ERC20 token. Sweet, dude. That's awesome. Syndicate. Pool, same API as accounts. That's sweet. Log to data property. So we could call this natural asset. I'm just trying to keep insurance asset. I wonder if we should just do that, because it's like, that's what I went over this the other minute. Natural assets. I think I'm going to change that to natural assets, but we'll do that after the fact. Entity types, standard. Nice view mode, grid, west, which is sweet. Back here. View. So a lot of cursors just basically reading this stuff to make sure it's what you want. And unlike basic stuff that I'm not super concerned about that I could edit, you know, there's simpler stuff or it's not so worried about. Like this is like we're redoing the entire basically structure of the website, so I'm reading this more than I would normally. But if we were doing just like adding a feature, you know, adding a grid view, adding a page, I would just be like, accept. And you just fire through all that. But like this, I'm just trying to think through more. Like, I don't think it's using our base item. I'm not sure what it's entity type. Owns this item. See, some of this shit it's already actually doing. Description, string, OG names. This is like type, group, contract address. See, I was going to rename some stuff in my database. Maybe we're going to go like just same with this. We're going to rename this over on the other page. We're gonna, like, these are gonna get renamed as well to group accounts. We don't have to. Just it's just behind the scenes, but it's just something I want to do later. Name, tagline, total supply. Yes, it started using all of our stuff, which is cool. Specific and general contract address. See, this is okay. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I might accept it. So you already did the freaking search box. A little crazy, dude. I might just go ahead and like, dude, I already did all this. Okay, I see some stuff I want to change, but let's just go for it. See, it's getting a little ahead of itself more than I want it to, but like, this is new too. I'm not sure what that is. I guess that's made changes. So it's saying just got one change, which is fine. Review revert file. So this is all new stuff like we added. So I'm not super worried about breaking anything. It's all in this insure folder. Got the base card. Do is do All right, let's just see. The thing is, I don't have data in there yet for the insurer certificates, so if we could. What's the index file? That's new. Oh, it's an export. That's fine. Here, so it's already thinking ahead of like an example of how to import it. That's what I was basically doing over here, this other page. I'm just gonna say copy relevant path. See, it's adding some of this functionality that I don't really want to deal with right at the moment because it's like when I'm trying to troubleshoot it, like. Certificate's owned by a wall, but it might actually be able to find it. Like, let's just see. So I'm just gonna go for it. Let's do that in a second. Well, it didn't break anything. A lot of times this breaks the development server. Okay, so let's test it. And what we're going to do with it eventually is it's going to go on the home page and remove all this stuff. I think and just like really dial in. I mean, I like this. I actually love this, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, so if you want to insure, like, so I want to insure water, like water. So you just type it in there. What I do is like water. Show up. And it'll show the cards instead. Instead of the lines. Why the frick's it doing tab crap? Like, no, I don't know if we want, like, no, stop. Why? Tabs. See, we're actually going to want to show everything. Let's just say we are not sure why it's going so slow here. Maybe because it's midnight. It's tired like me here. Absolutely right. The whole point was to ensure it's showing me all the changes. Perfect page. I don't know why it's showing me the changes it made, but multiple groups, account certificates. It's smart. It doesn't even realize. It doesn't even know that there's no ERC20 yet. Like that's. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Single data array with common properties, name, description. Oh. See, this is exactly what the fuck I was trying to do here. Like, unified interface with unique characteristics. Alright, so it's saying it's doing it. Let's see. I'm kind of laughing here because like I still need to hit accept on those changes, but I think it should show up here. Ensure.test. Loading all items, search items. Like that's pretty sweet, dude. Fucking did it. Like. It's not pulling the image, some of the images, like we have to work on the API route, but it's got the groups. Got the fucking groups right. Dude. I wonder if we're gonna have to not show the accounts for now, because it's like, that's too many accounts, because like if we go here, like we'll it's just too many. I wonder if we should just disable the accounts. Like it shows every single account or agent, which is like 700 or almost 800 now. It's probably just too much. That's interesting. That's like, dude, that's pretty fucking awesome. It did it. I wonder. let's see what happens. Here we go. Let's try the search here. Yeah, so we have to fix that. Okay. Let's just hit. That's pretty fucking sweet, dude. You. It even has labels on it. Total supply. Dude, that's freaking sick. It's like pulling this. Total supply. Solar punk. See how long it's getting? Like it's just like pretty. It's like okay. Here's a second one. Okay. So, all right, good. We do have tons of accounts. Let's see about. Close to 800 about and is overloading this. Let's add a toggle to the grid list icons that defaults to not. So let's see. I'm not sure if it's going to do it here. I almost wonder if that should be part of the filter. Let's wonder where the stop button went to. Like, there used to be a stop button here. Like, stop. Like, where the fuck is stop? See, I could cancel it, but now it's applying, but see, I actually wonder if that should just go right here. It's grid, west. See, it's kind of going a little crazy there, but like, let's see what it looks like now. Oh, hi. See, this is good, like, for my, like, for me, but I don't think we'll have this on, like, I don't know, maybe. It's pretty cool. We'll format it different, but that's like pretty fucking sick that it's like already counting that and it's showing fucking, 900 items. Reduce it total groups, certificates. 157. That's fucking exactly right, dude. That's awesome. 33 pools, like that's 14. That's 19. 33 pools. Let's try something. Okay, I gotta go. Let's fix that real quick. I fixed it. So we'll have to fix that highlighting here in a minute. We're just testing here. See, that's 1 second. It's working really well. Okay, let's accept. All right, we're just testing here, right? So like total, and look how it updates the freaking thing, dude. Like, so if I go Beaver, it updates this too. It's amazing. So maybe we can make them click through here. Let's just make that. See, it's making some of these changes at the page level. Like, I don't think. Let's see. Like, I don't think I know. See, some of this stuff, like the search. Okay, I think some of this stuff needed to be changed at the module level. Let's just see here. That's interesting. I don't know if I meant to do that on purpose, but like the page level, like cursor pointer on click, this is all normal. Add a fallbacks item. I think it's kind of covering its ass on this one, honestly. Like, I don't know why the fuck it's just added to the grid. Just clicking on it. What was the one we had? Oh, okay. Hide. See, I think I probably should hit revert here before. Let's see if it just changes it. It might automatically change it. Just click component. Yeah, see, it should have done it here first. Anyway, it's grid component. It's okay. I could revert it right now, but that messes it up, I think, sometimes, so I just wait. We'll see if it automatically changes it. Grid component toggle. It's edited. Now it's a grid component to toggle. I like their new styling here that they got going. Copy, reapply, reject, show code. It's kind of a new functionality, so it's showing the whole thing, which is pretty sweet. I don't need the whole thing, but that's a pretty cool addition. I like the blue highlight they got going too. Now let's update our test page. See, it did it. See, it caught it. So if I would have hit it here before, like while it was doing that, it would have got confused, I think, on the code. So let's just, I think that's right. Let's see. Why the fuck is it doing that? No, that's way too many. Oh, frick. Yes, he messed it up. Let's just show groups now. I'm just going to accept because let's see, page. There's no changes on that one. Base card. Badges. Card content, base card. Even though it's doing what we want, like I can switch it in a minute here. Like, okay. It does. It clicks through. Good. See, it clicked through to the AI. See, these are pools. So like, what we'll do is we'll just do a special thing for that. Don't. I don't like that shit when it says that. We're overriding, don't do it right. So that's why you have to read the code that it's proposing. Items prop grid is cleaner approach than where hacks or overrides. Yeah, items prop. Not sure why it's going so slow right now. Must be my internet, maybe. Maybe it's telling me it's time to go to bed. That's good. Show account. So that, yeah, that worked. And this is the page level. What's it doing at the page level again? So grid. Items. That's fine. No changes there. I wonder why. So accepted, but why was a lot? It's still. Module level, page level. I need to think through this. Yes, you like that. That's like, I don't like all this crap. Like, I don't have to remember to, put this in every single freaking page. Why are we going to question that? Do it if I can. Essential iris. Let's do it. Let's see. You do it. Alright. Okay, let's do it. Alright, now I was trying all that, dude. Protocol, second day, that's weird. It's like not even what we're working on. It's pretty sick, dude. How are we getting this? Awesome. YOLO. YOLO mode. Holy fuck. Mr. Sweetman uses YOLO mode. I don't want to do this right now. It's like, I already had it installed, dude. What happened? I guess we put off deployments. We must have removed it when we were doing the coin stuff. It's fine. It's crazy how that fixed it right away. That's our old stuff. So we got like somehow like font got messed up. Me too. It's like not. It's like rendering some fucking weird font. Oh my god, dude, retarded. Huh. I guess it is a test page. That's pretty sweet. Markets, custom, that's on this chicken. Custom. I kind of like that. I don't want that there. Let's figure out what that fix for. Uh-oh. No, it's taking so long to charge my battery. Perfect. Custom image component. That's weird. Count image. Image. Fuck. Sure, image component. Makes sense, I think. Cool. Account is the global default with the frick. Default payouts. I don't think it's kind of making shit up a little bit. Basically, oh, entity type, that's right. Cool. Why is it still not freaking installing that? Probably freaking install that. Already need to rebuild. Problems. I guess I need to, yeah, restart that. Yeah, we have it in there. Nice, dude. So we can do all this tomorrow. Pretty good. Sure, test. We need to make this one more. It's pretty fucking sweet, dude. Let's fix that here. This is the markets. That's really what I want, the row view. Okay. So we got, let's see, it's any errors here. Problem insurance. Terminal. Oh. Pretty fucking sweet, dude. So I think we're gonna clean this stuff up. We don't need to show the name on 7. test. So let's clean that up here. So that's that's working sweet, dude. So I'm gonna do river. River. So river. Why the fuck is it still having issues with that fucking import? Like, it must need to rebuild or something. Like, it's not saying there's any issues here. It's just like an old issue. So if we're on the home page, here we go. I want to say water. And we can do semantic search. And we do Timo. It's not showing account. There you go. Try and make these smaller, I think. Like groups, show accounts, hide accounts, pools. So it's not gonna have a search group. We're gonna say syndicates. So what the upload is, that's in a JSON file right now. We can put some data in there. Okay, I'm gonna call it good for tonight. Not sure why it's freaking like. What do I need to do? Accept. Markets is going to show scripts. The markets are just going to show certificates. It's not going to show groups. We don't have that one on there yet. So I don't know if we have any good questions here. Let me like design, QR code, notes, chat. Oh. Paula asks, what are we trying to do with PT vector? So how do I reply to? So I gotta go here on Twitter. If you're still here. I wonder where his comment is. Right, if like I wonder where the comment is. Maybe it's on there. Oh, over here, chat. I don't know where the frick. So I have no idea where that comment is coming from, Paul. What we were trying to do is just mimic our embedding database or our WISE agents and how the embeddings work over there, and then have it be able to create a semantic search for these, basically, for this database over here. So like here, I actually did a pretty good job. If I go like Boulder, for example, like it obviously doesn't handle typos. Boulder, no items found. You know, if we do Soper, I don't know if we have any Soper thing. So Whitney, let's see if we have Whitney. Yes, we have Whitney. So it handles the keyword search well, but I want it to be able to like biodiversity, like this might work without the embedding. I'll have to just try it. You know, biodiversity basin. Let's see, like. Okay. Next, what we're gonna have to do tomorrow is like we're gonna have to add these ERC20, the new certificates here. So that's the stuff, and these will show up there under the specific certificates. So we're gonna call it there tonight. I think we're gonna go good progress. I don't think we have anything on here. Let's we have a few things. Okay, close this one. So we'll do this tomorrow. Add these certificates. And if people are curious, like what's happening here, like these are our new currencies or general certificates, basically. But like Zora, right? It just displays the contract. You know, so you can copy that address, and that contract can be shown here, right? Or you can look at the look at a deck screener. And all we're doing is basically just displaying it here. So like all those contract addresses. That's the beauty of being on chain. You can go to any client, right? So if you want to build your own client, you can display this stuff. Basically, we need to add all the new ones. We only have whatever, 24 or something, 15 rows. We now have 50. Look at that, dude. 2 buys and then a fucking like ETH price fucking tanking. That's gecko. Leveling out a little bit. Getting at these certificates right here, right? Just a contract address. Same functionality, same pool, right? Index screener, index screener. It has the pool here. There. Okay. All right, Paul, hopefully I answered your question. I don't know where the heck it is though, like why it's not showing on Twitter. So I'm not sure where you asked it here, but sorry, I don't see it. It's my bad. But there we are, live on X. That's us right there. Thanks for tuning in. It's late here. It's 1:10 in the morning. I need to go to bed, deal with my dogs, whatnot. But holy shit, dude. But thanks for tuning in. Let me know if questions you have, whatnot. And this is Cursor, right? And let's just go ahead and commit here. Let's just, I'm not going to push it, but I'm just going to commit it here. I'm going to let it generate. Just make sure I got everything. It's done, that's done. Pretty good. Not bad. Zora documentation. That's our original changes we did. Protocol SDK, Zora Labs deployments. Pages in more concise and focused format. What's going on here? There we go. So you should have like here we go, baby. Commit, motherfucker. All right, later. Good night. Thank you. Talk soon.